This world shall know pain.
Yo guys, it's your homie Zeno Pain. I'd like to welcome y'all to another Black Desert console video, and in today's video we're going to be going over the trash loot per hour you should be receiving for the new Calpheon Elvia zones. So it's just going to be raw silver, no Garmoth.com, no PC references, just strictly the average. I want to emphasize average, so you guys will either be pulling more or less than me in this video, but this is right around the amount of trash loot y'all should be pulling per zone for Calpheon Elvia. So let's go ahead and jump into the video. First up, we're going to go ahead and start with Quint Hill, and this guy's going to be our best friend for later. Usually this guy has 3 small enemies around him. You're going to kill those first and then work on him. I'm assuming somebody's mom probably told him to go to bed early, or they left because they figured out it was a little too hard. But you're going to attack this guy until he gets about a little under half health, and once he's under half health he will die all of a sudden, but he'll revive. On his death he will go ahead and summon a big old pack of enemies to come at you. Like I said, this guy's gonna be your best friend. You wait for them to gather up, and then you go ahead and DPS the heck out of this mob, so that way his CC effect can hit the ground and it'll lock everybody in place, which will allow you to then just focus on the big guy who's swinging his big old ham hock around. Once you kill all these guys, you just repeat this over and over again until your heart's content, until you get the loot that is desired. But now that we've covered how to grind this spot, we're gonna go ahead and jump into how much trash loot we got per hour. So after we got done grinding for the hour at Quint Hill, so I've done this for about 3 hours straight, and consistently I've been bringing in around 5.6, 5.8k trash loot an hour. Like I stated in the beginning of the video, this is just an average, and this can differentiate between classes. Some classes will do better in certain places, while some other classes will do mediocre in those places, and some classes will do just horrible in those places. This is the best that I can do, because while getting this footage I went my hardest I could go with 302, 309, 391. So the average trash loot you should be pulling an hour is 5.6k, which will net you 547 million raw silver. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into our next Calpheon Elvia zone. Now next up, we're going to go ahead and head over here to Hexe Sanctuary, and that guy is the one person that we need to absorb all these souls. Once you've killed enough enemies and it has gathered enough souls, its hunger will be satiated, and then it will start to target you. Before then, it's untargetable, so don't worry about it until after you get that response from the game. Next up, you're going to have to kill him. Once you kill this enemy, he will go ahead and summon hordes of Hexe Sanctuary enemies on top of you. And all you need to do is survive and kill every single one of them to get your trash loot, and you're gonna repeat that for Hexe Sanctuary. Now for the average trash per hour that y'all should be averaging, right around the point of 13.5k trash loot, which is 353 million silver an hour at Hexe Sanctuary Elvia. Next up, we do have Primal Giants, and that soul is what you're going to want to be focusing on. So most of the time that you're here, you're going to be spending just mindlessly killing everything, and these little souls will pop up and feed themselves into the souls that remain on the map. Once those souls get enough souls, they will expand and become a very beautiful purple circular effect on the map. You're gonna go ahead and run up to these, which is this right here, and once you do, it'll activate basically a horde summoning. The giants are gonna want the souls to take them back for themselves, so just defeat all the hordes of enemies, and you may come across where it stops short. If it stops short, it will pop up a message for you saying that you need more souls. So when it does that, just keep on killing until it gets enough souls again to summon the giant's Primal. I also have to mention that this place is wildly popular on console currently right now. Like, there's no spots to farm at. So if you guys need to get into Marni Realm, make sure you get into Marni Realm. I'm going to show you a quick trick on how to get in here, because this place is just so overly populated. Maybe the person farming here, it's just not gonna work for you to get into Marni Realm, because you need full health to get into Marni Realm, which I hope PA changes. But you're just gonna hop on this rock and then hop on this ledge and then hop up one more time, and you can enter Marni Realm from this height, and it's completely safe. You go in real easy, and it's just great. So I hope this trick helps y'all get into Marni's realm. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into the average silver per hour for Primal Giants. Now, as you can see here, there's a reason why Primal Giants is so popular right now. They're easy to kill. It's just a really easy spot, and you can net anywhere between 26 and 30k an hour at Primal Giants. Like, it's just nuts. And just to put it in perspective, 28k is 560 million per hour just on raw trash loot alone. That's not even including the BMCs you're getting on top of the Scorch shards. So this is a place to go and check out, especially if you're looking for an easy place to farm and you want to make the buku monies. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the next spot. Next up, we do have Saunil Siege Camp Elvia, and basically here what you're gonna do is just pick a spot, mindlessly kill everything until you see this flag pop up. Once this flag pops up, it's basically protect the flag. A bunch of hordes are gonna spawn. You kill all the hordes, and then it will summon a siege tower. Once it summons a siege tower, you're gonna want to take that down as fast as possible. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the siege tower looks like right here. So this is the Saunil Siege Tower. You're going to want to take this out as soon as possible, and after you take it out, the Saunil Siege Captain does have a chance to spawn. Unfortunately, during my time with this footage, I did not capture that, but during my trash loot calculation, he popped up around 4 times. So just keep in mind, it's RNG, but he can net you anywhere between 250 to 400, depending if you activate Agris. It is recommended, if Saunil Siege Captain does happen to pop into your rotation, to pop your Agris. It's just a lot of trash loot, and I recommend going in between 2 flags if you can, so into 2 rotations if you can help it. If not, just stick to your 1. And if that doesn't work out, you can always do Marni's realm. But let's go ahead and jump into the trash loot. So this is the average trash loot per hour that you all should be pulling, anywhere between 25 to 30k an hour. As you see here on this footage, I pulled 27.7k. I went ahead and rounded down to 27,000. That is exactly 473 raw silver here at Saunil Siege. Saunil Siege Elvia is a pretty good spot. I think it's really slept on. Everyone likes going to Giants, which is really packed, and if you don't have Marni's, Saunil Siege is a very good next spot to go to. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump into our last and final spot. Next up is Rhutum's Avg. So as you can see, I just took out a tower. These towers, it's all about destruction here at Rhutum's. That's the mechanic here. You see these towers, which is usually 3. You go ahead and attack every single one of them, and it will summon hordes of enemies on top of you. Now, when these hordes of enemies summon on top of you, and you actually destroy all 3 towers, it'll summon a Rhutum wizard that's not affected by the powers of Hadum. And that wizard will conjure a sphere. And this sphere looks like so. This is just for a protection buff as you're farming Rhutum. So it's good just to stand in here and lure the mobs into it, so that way you can kill them. I'm going to show you what the buff is right here. As you can see, the buff here, it is called the Rhutum's Last Bit of Pride, resisting Hadum's encroachment. Monster damage reduction significantly increases during Last Bit of Pride's duration. So that's what the buff is. And as soon as you kill everything, I mean waves of enemies, they will set their supplies ablaze. And all you need to do is go ahead and just attack them. You'll get some sweet drops, and you will resume the process of again by killing the towers and killing the waves over and over and over again. And as you can see here, we pulled 28.2k trash of raw silver an hour. So you can pull anywhere between 25 and 30k an hour here at Rhutum's. and that is 520 million. Like, this is a pretty sweet spot. It's super fun. They attack you relentlessly as long as you know what you're doing. But yeah, the silver here is like buku, so this is also another top contender spot to go grind. That's fairly easy. So all in all, by doing 1 hour each per spot, we have netted exactly 93 sealed black magic crystals, 663 blackstone armors, 655 blackstone weapons, 23 massive pure magic, 44 scorching sun shards, 133 corrupted breath, 54 crystallized despair, 2.7k in tattered shadow. I wasn't even including that in the raw silver calculations. 27.7k icy armor fragments from Saunil, 13.5k from Hexe Elvia, 28.4k trash loot from Primal Giants, 5.6k from Fury Troll Hide, and 28.2k in Rhutum Fangs. I gotta say, those were some good hours, and like I said, I want to emphasize this is around the average of what you will be pulling here in these spots. So don't be disappointed if you're pulling less, and don't get cocky because you're pulling more, because it also depends on your character. Some characters will perform well in these spots, some characters will perform mediocre in these spots, and some characters just can't do these spots. So just keep that in mind when you're grinding, and don't try to compare yourself to others. Just grind to the best of your abilities. And let's go ahead and rank each spot. At number 1, we do have Primal Giants at 560 mil plus an hour in raw silver. At the number 2 spot, we have Rhutums at 520 mil plus an hour in raw silver. Then in third place, this is kind of debatable because I didn't really want to put it here. It's the third spot, Quint Trolls, because it's so hard to do. It's a lot of effort, but it got the number 3 spot at 500 mil plus an hour in raw silver. And then at number 4, we have Saunil Siege Camp at 473 mil plus an hour in raw silver. So if you really want to, you can switch Trolls and Saunil Siege, being Quint Trolls is just super hard, super dumb. And then the last spot on the list is Hexe Elvia, which is at 340 mil plus an hour in raw silver. Now, this place is probably debatable. For some reason, for me personally, Hex was actually harder than Quint Trolls. I know, weird, right? And I also found out by doing some searching on the web that Hex Sanctuary used to be busted before and it got nerfed. So I don't know if you guys are pulling anywhere around the same trash, per hour as me, but let me know down in that comment section below on what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys, like it, share, subscribe, share it with your homies, your homegirls, whoever. And like I said, let me know down in that comment section below whether or not you're pulling right around where I'm at, more, less, let your homie know. But other than that, guys, your homie Xeno Pain out. Peace.